watchers, and welcome to a movie review tonight. And the review is Near Dark. Finished watching this tonight. Really enjoyed it. It's been a while since I last watched it. It's a 1987 film, so it's like a 31-year-old film now. So and it stars great actors like the late great Bill Paxton and Jeanette Goldstein. Who else is in it? Lance Erickson, Adrian Pastel, who was on Heroes. He was on Heroes, and he played Finger's brother. But yeah, really good film. What can I say about this film? It's a vampire film, of course. Of course, the interesting thing about this film, though, right? The actress who played there's like three actors and actresses. There's like three actresses who play who was actually in Aliens. I was like, whoa! You got like Bill Paxton, he was on Aliens. You got Lance Erickson, he was on Aliens. You got Jeanette Goldstein, who was on Aliens, and actually played Marines. Both of them. Lance Erickson played the android. But yeah, really good film. It's really interesting actually seeing them on the other side playing the villains this time instead of the good guys. Really good film though. So actually the film, I don't think the film was a big massive hit, but it's got like a cult following, and yeah, it's a really underrated vampire film. I remember watching it years and years ago, and I sit there watching it, think that was scary. And it's got moments you think, oh, these guys are quite this thing about this vampire film. It's grounded. They don't fly around like vampires. Actually, they keep themselves on the ground more. You know, they like to walk. You know, they don't like superhuman strength. They do have strength in it, but they don't have like pick vehicles and throw them out or fly through the air like Superman or turn into bats or anything. And the film's very grounded for a vampire film. And yeah, it's a good film, very good film. It's kind of got a horror and a romanticness about it. This film. It's a kind of mix of, and I made a slight bit of humour to it, a slight bit, not much. And it was directed by Kathryn Bigelow, who directed films like Point Break and Hurt Locker. Was alright. I don't know. It was one of the movies I kind of watched. I thought it was alright. But Point Break, I don't think I've seen for it, but I know about the film. I've got the film on Blu-ray actually. I want to watch it, so I want to watch it one of these days. Anyway, meet a guy called Caleb Colton. He's a main protagonist in it, and yeah, I just said it, protagonist. He's a main character in it, and he meets this young, gorgeous, attractive girl. Of course, the thing is, though, I mean, she wants to get home, of course, but because it's getting light, of course. She's like panicking and stuff like that, and he's kind of like, what's going on? And of course, she's like, of course. He's like telling her, oh, there's one part where he's like, you get the key off my mind, you got to kiss her, and he's like, put the key, so anyway, so she bites him, and of course, that affects him, and of course, he becomes a vampire. Of course, the problem is, though, like, he can't kill anyone, he doesn't want to kill anyone. He almost does in a certain part of the film, but he doesn't. Spoiler. But not really a spoiler, I mean, he's had a few opportunities, but anyway. Yeah, the group that he meets are these, like, people that driving these RVs, like, it's so that, you know, it's like so they can keep out the sunlight and stuff. So it's kind of the best way to keep out the sunlight is an RV. So it's a really good film though. I mean, I was just sitting there. I remember the first time I watched it, I thought that was quite a scary vampire film because it's freaky. There's one part, like I said, in the film, he's destined to kill them. You know, the only way he can join their group if he kills someone. Of course, he keeps testing the group. They're like saying, "You must kill him. You must kill someone. If you don't kill him, we'll give you another chance. If you don't, of course, they're gonna kill him if he doesn't kill anyone." So it's like a test for him. They're like testing to kill someone, so he joins their family. So if he kills someone, of course, they'll let him join their group. Of course, he doesn't. There's one part where he goes into this bar, right? These people. There's one part he's at this bar, right? And this guy sitting next to him. He's actually Finger's character, Bill Paxton's character, who's fantastic by the way. He actually sticks out in this film. More than him. It's just fantastic in the film, Bill Paxton. It looks like he's really enjoying the role. He's relishing the role, and it's just fantastic. He's got like his cowboy boots on and stuff like that, and it's just a damn shame what happened to him last year when he passed away just after Christmas, 2017. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. I thought Bill Paxton passed away. Just crazy, you know. But yeah, in this, you saw him there. He's fantastic. In this. I love Bill Paxton. He's just a great actor. He can play any role if he wants to. He does it so well. Like I said, he's been in films like Terminator, Aliens, and True Lies, good films. What happened? Where was I? I'm trying to think where I was. Yeah, he's in this bar right, and he's like, really taunting this guy on the left way. He's like, he like knocks his drink over, and he says to him like, "Oh, hey man, you alright, man?" It's like, and he puts like beer on it. It's like, does that? Puts beer on it. I can remember, cause you know the thing for the things. I can remember a lot of parts in this movie, and sometimes I go, "Oh, it's been a long time since I last watched this, but I can remember moments in this film. I thought, oh, I remember that part. That's how good it was. That memorable this film is." So yeah. Anyways, he puts like beer, like with the drink, alcohol on, and he creases like beer, and he's like, and then the guy's like, oh, okay, you taking the beer. Hey, you alright, man? And he kind of does that, right? And then he starts like says, "Pee the man," like, and he's like, okay, and he starts really pissing him off, like the guy. And initially, I'm like, and because he knows he's strong as hell, because these guys are like strong, the vampires, and they are strong. And yeah, he does that kind of stuff. Of course, things get a bit turned quite sinister in the film. In the bar, the bar scene gets quite sinister because there's one guy who's pissing himself. He's like sitting there going, "Oh boy," because when there's one part where the woman in it, who's serving drinks, right? Of course, there's one part where Lance Harrison's character is kind of like making out with her, and next the girl behind her, like his girlfriend or whatever, the girl from Aliens, and she sluts her throat like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" And the guy's like shitting himself, and you got like the bartender right there, right, with kind of like a gun and stuff like that. And you think that's not gonna make no use anyway. So anyway, there's one part with there's another part of the bar with I like the part where Finger's character, the main character, and he actually hits the guy flying, the other guy. Who, that scene was pretty crazy. That scene was, that scene was quite cool. That's what's the guy flying? I just thought shit. Really well fun. I was like, Jesus Christ, film's great. Really well acted, fantastic. The cast, the great casting, and the little kid in it. Actually, I think the kid was on that Van Damme film. He was paving on that girl in what was it? Death Warrior. I'm sure it's the same kid in it. He looks like him. Great cast though. Really quite menacing kind of group of people, vampires. So anyway, that scene was great in the film. And then the bartender for some reason shoots him instead. I'm thinking, don't shoot him. He shoots the guy in his judgment. He's like, it's just, oh shit. But Bill Paxton's character's like, oh shit. He's just fantastic. I'm thinking I remember that scene. There's a lot of scenes I remember this film. The way Bill Paxton stands out in this film big time. It's just fantastic. Even if you've never heard of Bill Paxton, right? You watch this film and you think, who's that guy? And he's really good in it. It's fantastic. Bill Paxton was such a good actor. It really was. Like I said, it's just a damn shame what happened to him. He passed away. Just damn shame. It's like in my opinion, a big hole in Hollywood, because he was a nice guy too. He's like the good side of Hollywood, But yeah, he wasn't like the typical Hollywood actor today. He wasn't, because he wasn't like flamboyant and everything. He was just a normal kind of guy. He seemed chatting and he seems down to earth and stuff like that. He seems like a good guy. The kind of guy who'll talk to anyone, So yeah, brilliant actor, they really was. I want to watch that film that he did with the last film he did. I think he's really good in that. So yeah, but yeah, he's just a brilliant actor. He was. If he was in a bad film, he'll still stand out. He was still pretty awesome. But yeah, this film I was reading on that thing, and it wasn't a massive hit. This film did badly at the box office, but it became a cult classic. So yeah, really excellent movie. Like I said, it's a vampire film with a difference. It's grounded in every way. So yeah. And it's really well done. I'm not joking. I was just like, wow. Especially when some of the characters go on fire when they're in the sunlight and stuff like that. The effects are fantastic. I was like, how the hell did they do those effects, So yeah, the bar scene was pretty cool. Of course, the girl in it. No, the part where the bartender shoots the guy, the Finger character. The Finger jumps onto the bar, right? He starts freaking, and of course the bartender's like that. Trying to get a bullet in like that. So yeah, next bitch uses those things what cowboys use, those spinning things, what you call them, and he just cuts his throat and he slices his throat, a bit like that Van Damme film where a girl uses those. Anyway, so yeah, fantastic film. I really enjoyed it. Really excellent. Really good film. Trying to think what to give it, 8 or 9, because it deserves a. So yeah, I'll come back. I come to that D rating in a bit. So yeah, of course they, like I said, they keep like trying to test him to kill someone. He's like, no, I'm not going to kill nobody. So yeah. Of course, later in the film, right, there's this girl in it. Of course, you don't at the time you don't know who she is. Of course, they bring up what the kid in it who actually turns out to be older than them. I think he turns out to be older than the group. Brings it to the into one of the motel. Of course, turns out to be Thingy's brother, who's of course his dad's here. They've been looking for him. So yeah, and that part was kind of a little bit tense because you think, oh shit, and he's kind of like, just let him go, and they're like, Of course, I think they were going to murder the kid and stuff like that. It's a bit screwed up. Of course, that scene would have been a bit fucked up. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to try remaking it. It might be good. I don't know. It's just a great film. I'd love to have seen a sequel to this one. Actually, it could have done a sequel. Actually, Bill Paxton's character could have survived because one part where he's on the truck and it explodes, and the truck explodes. That was presumed was pretty badass. I was like, fucking hell, that was great. Yeah. This review ain't gonna be too hardcore. It's gonna be like more 12. So swear once and that's it. Swear twice and then you're out. So yeah. Oh, I'm out actually. So yeah. That scene was fantastic. Yeah. When I was on about the bar scene in the film, there's a part where there's another guy. They kill out some of the characters in the bar. Of course, there's one guy left, and they want him. The group want him, the Fingers character, to kill him. Of course, he runs off. This part's funny. This part made me laugh. Right, it's a funny scene, right. He kind of like goes up to him like that, but next minute the guy jumps through the window, like just a bit kind of. I don't know, it just made me laugh that scene because he kind of just jumps through the window. So he goes after. Of course, he lets him go. Of course, the group are like, "You screwed up again," So yeah. Of course, later on, he does make up with him later on when he escapes in a vehicle and stuff, in a van. He actually helps the group out. Of course, they're saying, "You're not. Yeah, we'll give you another chance, a day's chance." So yeah. Of course, things go later. Of course, what's on about his sister, so of course that kind of like puts him on the bad side of the group again because he kind of like escapes with his sister and stuff like that. Of course, because they're about to kill his sister and stuff, and his dad, of course. Of course, he says no, I'm going to rescue him, and that's it. I'm going to escape with his. Of course, he does the right thing by escaping, of course. Of course, later on in the film, he actually has an idea of using a transfusion, right, to actually make him normal again, to actually cure him. Of course, it works, of course, which is interesting. Because sometimes the only way to kill yourself in a movie, usually right in a film, where the only time you can cure a person who's bitten on a vampire is to kill the main host who bitten them. Well, of course, in this, it's a transfusion. So yeah, and that scene was quite cool the way they did that. It's very different to the way usually see a vampire films where it's just like kill the main vampire and then you become human again. Of course, in this one it's transfusion. So yeah, really good film. Excellent movie. Like I said, the part later on when it's part where they take his sister, right. Of course, he has to go after him. Of course, they cut the tires, right, so he goes onto the horse to find his sister. Of course, later when he goes into town, right, and on the horse ride, of course, Bill Paxton's character's there, of course, waiting for him. Of course, the truck then you see like a truck coming towards him, and he's like telling the truck driver, keep driving. The guy shoots him in his head. I'm thinking, oh Jesus Christ! I'm thinking. Of course, this scene was probably my favourite scene where he's on the truck. Of course, Bill Paxton's character's like, yeah, that's because you can't kill him. Right? Of course, he's on the truck ride. He's like, he runs him over, and but his face is all kind of like bloody and stuff like. It looks really quite nasty. I remember that's what that scene was freaking great. Of course, when he's driving along, right, he does something like with the truck ride to. Of course, the truck blows up. Of course, that kills Fingers' character, of course, which is cool. I think that's a brilliant way to die. Just blow the truck up and it kills Fingers' character. Yeah. It's a Totally Flawed Review, so it's not the best review in the world. The last part was pretty cool, So yeah. So I'm gonna cut this review short now. The film I'm gonna give this. I was thinking an 8 out of 10, but you know what? I think it's better than that. I'm going to give this film a 9 out of 10 because great acting. It's definitely a cult following, of course. It's definitely a cult classic now. I love it to bits. It's a great vampire film. If you've never seen it, check it out. It's really well directed. It's got a great cast in it and great performers. So yeah, I love the film. Love it. I watched it the first time. Loved it. I think it came on TV when I first watched it, and I might have watched it again later on. I can't remember. I might have watched it again actually. I don't know. So yeah, 9 out of 10 for Near Dark. Really excellent vampire film. If you never see it, check it out and treat yourself to a great vampire flick. So yeah. So anyway, people, if you like the review, and follow me on the stuff that you usually follow me on, and remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'll subscribe to your channel, and have a nice evening. Take care, and this is a Totally Flawed Review. Bye.